Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my team selection and preview for Game Week 23. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. Leave a comment, what is your team looking like at the moment? Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's go over my Game Week 23 team at this point in time. Now, I'm not going to do a recap of my points for Game Week 22. Not a lot has changed since I included it in the last couple of videos. I went from 44 to 45 points thanks to Rudiger's masterclass display last night against Brighton, getting me a whole 1 point, being so generous to me, Jesus. Anyway, let's go over my team for Game Week 23. So, in goal, I do have De Gea at home against West Ham. Now, of course, there could be double Game Week announcements over the next couple of days, and if that is the case, then I will be changing my team quite a bit, as I'm sure you will be as well with the news. But as the point right now that I'm recording this, we haven't got any double game weeks, even though it's heavily rumored that Leeds are going to get one, Villa's going to get one. But again, we'll go over that if they are announced. So yeah, West Ham at home for De Gea. Not really feeling too confident for this at all, especially because I have two West Ham players in my team, being Antonio and Bowen. So, I mean, I hate it when my attackers are playing my defenders, but it's going to happen at some point in the season. And yeah, I have Antonio and Bowen both playing De Gea. The best case scenario here is that De Gea gets a penalty save and neither Bowen or Antonio take it. But again, we can wish, but that's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to end 1-0 and no one's going to feature in the West Ham goal that I owned, but that's just how the season is going. But yeah, De Gea at home against West Ham. The back three at this point in time are Trent away at Crystal Palace. I have Cancelo away at Southampton, and I also have White at home to Burnley. Now, I'm playing White over Reguilon and Rudiger just simply because the fixture is better. You know, Burnley are terrible at the moment. Again, there might be news coming out the Arsenal camp that like White's not even available because obviously they had to get the North London derby cancelled or postponed. So I'll wait for a little bit more information on that. But again, this is just pre-press conference and everything like that. This is just my team with the best fixtures. But yeah, Trent away at Crystal Palace. Hopefully we'll get something there. Cancelo is back into my team after missing out in Game Week 22. Again, I went over that in the last couple of videos. It was completely unfair in my opinion, you know. I mean, the North London derby got cancelled after the deadline, which is why I played Reguilon over Cancelo. But, you know, we might have a Reguilon masterclass tonight. I mean, in a perfect world, like, I don't even know what's wrong with Reguilon at the moment. Like, he missed the last couple of games, but it was pictured in training as well. So he should be back for tonight. But if he isn't, I've got Cancelo coming off the bench with an 11-pointer. So if Reguilon wants to be a little bit more tired for one more game week, I'm going to be all right with it. But he's most likely going to play and get 1 point. Anyway, we've got Ben White as well, who is at home to Burnley. And again, that could go either way. You know, Arsenal have not played that much. Burnley have definitely not played that much. So that could literally just be the most boring game and finish 0-0, which I'll be okay with as long as White plays. But yeah, that is my defense, my back three at the moment. In midfield, I have Rafinha at home to Newcastle, which is why I brought him in. Because again, he potentially might double this week, and also that Newcastle at home is a fixture that I did want to target with Rafinha. He is on penalties if Bamford isn't back, so hopefully will be a nice couple of returns there. Got Bowen away at Man United, again, one of the players playing my goalkeeper. Not the greatest situation, but what can you do? I've currently got the captaincy on Jota, but again, that is most likely going to change. If we do get double game weeks, then I will give it to someone like Rafinha or Watkins or someone like that. But if there's no double game weeks announcement, again, I don't even know who I would captain. I might even go for Foden, but I don't like captaining City players just because, if anything, I might actually give the captaincy to Cancelo, which is kind of crazy, but it's not that crazy to be fair. I mean, I never like giving the captaincy armband to defenders, but Cancelo, yeah, he's a defender, but, you know, they should keep a clean sheet against Southampton, then he's very likely to get, like, attacking returns as well. But either way, we'll see what happens there. And then the other City player, like I said, I've got a Foden. So that's my midfield: Rafinha, Bowen, Jota, and Foden. Quite a strong midfield, to be fair. Quite happy with it at the moment. Again, I do still have, like, 5.6 mil in the bank ready to bring Salah back in. And I most likely will downgrade Rudiger this week as well, or all my transfers, and have 2 free transfers next week if we don't get any doubles. But again, we'll get into that in the transfer part of the video. Up front, I have Antonio away at Man United. I have King at home to Norwich, and then I have Watkins away at Everton. So on paper, quite happy with my team. You know, it looks quite strong. I've got a nice set of fixtures, really. The only problem about this week is, of course, Antonio and Bowen playing De Gea. But, you know, in a perfect world, it ends like 3-0 and Antonio and Bowen both score, but De Gea saves 2 penalties. Not going to happen, but you never know. And then on the bench, I've got a full bench now, a very strong team, apart from my goalkeeper, which I might even change this week. I might even upgrade Steele to Foster because he's back now. I'm not too sure. But my bench is Gray, Rudiger, and Reguilon. So quite a strong bench at this point in time. What I might do is, like I say, downgrade Rudiger. If we do get news of a Villa double up, then I'm probably going to go from Rudiger to like Digne, or Rudiger to Matty Cash or something like that, or maybe even get rid of Reguilon or something. I'm not really sure. I'm more inclined to keep Reguilon just because he's got a few doubles coming up. Well, they've got unscheduled fixtures, so he's gonna have doubles coming up. Whereas Chelsea blank after this week for like 3 out of 4 game weeks, so I definitely need to unload Rudiger like right now. So of course, if there are doubles, then Rudiger's definitely going to be the one to go. If there's no doubles announced, I honestly would probably just roll the transfer. There's not really point of me getting rid of him this week. Yeah, he's probably going to have a price drop, but I don't want to bring in a player who's not going to double, where I could have two free transfers next week and then bring in 2 players that double, you know. So I think at this point in time, I'm just rolling it, but let's go to the transfer situation anyway. So as you can see, I've got 5.8 in the bank, 1 free transfer. Again, I would love to get rid of Steele for Foster, but it's not like something that, like, you got to be in a very, very nice position to be able to use a goalkeeper transfer. And by a nice position, I probably would only ever use a goalkeeper transfer if I've already got 2 free transfers and I'm about to get another free transfer the week after and I have to transfer someone out, but my team, I don't want to get rid of any of them. That's when I would use a goalkeeper transfer. I wouldn't necessarily transfer a goalkeeper out when I've only got 1 free transfer, just simply because those 2 free transfers next week are going to be very, very useful, especially with all the doubles and stuff. Also, I hate all these black squares on my screen right now. That is not filling me with much confidence with how many blanks they've got. But yeah, game week 27 is a big blank, to be fair. Like I say, Rudiger misses out. I'm not going to have him in my team at that point. But Arsenal obviously miss out. Liverpool miss out. I'm going to have Salah back for game week 27. So at that point, I'll have 4 players missing out, which again is free hittable if more players miss out. But at the same time, I could just transfer Ben White out or something around that game week. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, this is kind of like the situation I'm in right now. So I'm probably going to roll this week. Like I say, if there's probably going to be doubles announced at some point, and if that is the case, then again, I will use my transfers to get rid of someone. And my first player to get rid of is Rudiger. I mean, look at the situation. They've got Tottenham, blank, blank, Crystal Palace, blank. That ain't someone I want in my team right now. Of course, they have a really, really good fixture run later on in the season. Like when they come back from the blanks, they have Burnley, Newcastle, Norwich, Brentford, Southampton, and Leeds, which is definitely some fixtures you want to target. Even though Chelsea have been really, really bad right now, that's where you bring in the likes of, I don't even know, probably Reece James. That'd probably be the #1 priority. Because they just can't keep a clean sheet yet, but Reece James is obviously so attacking. It's really, really unfortunate that like Chilwell's out for all season and everything like that. It's really making the players that you can bring in from Chelsea quite minimal, because again, there is still a little bit of rotation in the Chelsea squad. Like Mount didn't play against City, he didn't start, should I say, but then he played against Brighton, and a lot of people brought in Mount for obviously that double game week and didn't even start both. So yeah, that's kind of the situation, but they've obviously got a really, really nice run coming up. But I mean, in a perfect world, I would also like to bring in a City defender this week and just triple up on City, because then I'd have like Laporte, Cancelo, and Foden against City, against Southampton. I mean, and I'd also, man, I'd love triple City for these 3 fixtures here, and even against Tottenham and Everton as well. I mean, like with how bad Everton have been at the moment, and Tottenham, I mean, they could easily get beat 3-0 as well. I know obviously they beat them earlier on in the season, but I think that was just, I don't even know what happened in that game, but it is what it is. But yeah, I would love triple City for these fixtures here. But you got to think as well, when they actually win the league, because they're probably going to win the league, let's be honest, they're going to do a lot of rotation. That's probably not going to be till like around the game week 30s, but that's probably when I'm going to offload my City players. Like, I'll obviously want City players for like these 3 fixtures down here as well, but that's when the likes of Ake is going to play, and all like the young players and stuff. And I don't really know, like it's a situation that we need to think about later down the line. But yeah, honestly, no idea who I would transfer in this week if there are no double ups. Like I say, probably going to roll it. If Leeds or Villa do double up, then I'm most likely going to bring in Digne. He looked very, very good against against United. Again, he only got 1 point, I think, because of the yellow card and everything. But he looked, he was pushing really forward, and he was putting in a lot of good balls and stuff. And I think he's going to be a very good option, especially with Villa's fixtures coming up as well. Because who do they have? They have Everton, but then they have Leeds, Newcastle, Watford, Brighton, and Southampton. Which, I mean, any kind of Aston Villa defender there is going to be quite nice. And Gerrard's really sorted them out at the back as well. Like, they only conceded 2 against United from, like, silly mistakes. Like, obviously Martinez made a really silly mistake, and then I can't remember who the other mistake was by. But yeah, it was just like a poor back pass or something, and yeah, United just pounced on both of them. So on another day, they would have won 2-0 that game, and again, they've got some really nice fixtures coming up. But either way, that's going to be my Game Week 23 team review or preview, whatever you want to call it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. Leave a comment. What is your Game Week 23 team looking like at the moment? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.